Hello, Ophiuchus. This is your weekly for October 6th through 12th. This is going to be your Sunday, Monday. This is your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and this is your Friday, Saturday. So, it looks like you'll be getting something you want. You'll be getting a wish granted, but it's not going to be either in the way that you want it, or something is going to have you completely disconnected from this wish that's being granted. And even though you're putting the work in, you don't have any faith that what you're working on or what you're working towards is going to actually be completed, or you're not going to get the result that you want. So if you haven't been wishing for something, or you haven't been looking for something just to fall in your lap by the grace of the universe, then this could just be you working towards something that you don't have too much faith in coming out with anything worthwhile at the end of it. And nothing else is flying out for Sunday, Monday, so as soon as I say that, something always happens. And the Magician in reverse. You could end up not getting what it is. You could end up not getting what it is that you're working towards because you've been going about it the wrong way. Shortcuts ended up not being shortcuts, and that's because you couldn't see a clear path through just directly to what it is that you wanted. The result that you've been looking for is maybe not possible. And that may be the entire reason why it is that you're lacking confidence with it, because you see that it's a pointless endeavor at this point. However, something Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to liven you up a bit. You're going to end up finding courage and confidence in order to move through this problem. Or you could have also been given new information that focuses you. And with that, you will end up getting you'll be moving towards it a lot faster. I'm surprised that Cherry's not popping out right now. But you do have, like I said, you have a message coming towards you that'll hit sometime between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So whatever this information is will end up causing things to manifest much quicker, and all your blocks are going to end up being removed. And also you have the Hierophant. So you're going to be you may be getting assistance from someone and finding out exactly what it is that you need to do and what it is that you need to file in order to get this to move forward the way that you want it to. Maybe you were looking for somebody to, like a lawyer or an accountant or something like that, to get back to you, or even just a relative that is kind of handy at finding out information. And maybe it's somebody that has experience with this, not professional experience, but personal experience. Either way, this is going to end up moving you quickly through it after you get the messages that you need. They could be even messages that you weren't you didn't even know that you were waiting for. You were just at a stalemate over here Sunday and Monday because that Sunday you can't do any business on a Sunday for the most part, especially legal. So you'll end up maybe even giving up a little bit. And whenever you're venting your frustration to somebody else, and whenever you're venting your frustration to somebody else, that's whenever they make a suggestion or they say, hey, I can look this up for you. I can try and help you out with that. And that's whenever things start moving quickly in the direction that you want them to move, because all of these cards are in the upright. You have the Queen of Wands in the upright. You have the Eight of Wands in the upright. And you have the Hierophant in the upright. So everything is moving forward and it's getting dealt with. However, Friday, Saturday, you may end up getting disappointed. This person may have put a little bit, may have blown a little bit too much wind in your sails. And you may have ended up going into a place of ego to where you were like, well, there's no way this can fail. And if it's a court case or the result of, say, like you were in a car accident or you had some work accident and you were injured and that's what you're waiting to come through. You didn't know how else to proceed with that. And then you end up getting this information like, hey, you might actually be able to get some money out of this. You might be able to get some kind of relief. You may be able to get a doctor's referral that's going to end up leading to surgery that you need, or some kind of restitution. To where you're given something back or you're given something in compensation for something you've went through because of the actions of somebody else. And with that, because you might also not be getting it as quickly as you thought, because all of this is very fast. Very fast movement, very fast information coming because of something that is dedicated and true and steady and foundational to how things work. It also could lead you to some careless action, which ends up getting you into a little trouble. You end up telling somebody something that you shouldn't. And it might end up dragging you down. It doesn't mean you're not going to get what you want or what you need or what you're owed, but you're not going to get it as quickly and you might not get as much as you thought. And depending on how this works out, this could also be like a child support case. There's not a lot of money on the table, but there is passion and there is rules of regulation and insecurity. So if you're looking for some kind of answer with a child support case, and it could be any legal case where you're trying to get paid back something or paid back money that you're owed to take care of the child, it's almost as if you're not going to get it all in one sum just because it's owed to you. It's more like the court is saying, yes, this is owed to you. However, this person is in this position financially and they can't pay you the lump sum, so they are going to be making payments to the court. And whenever they make payments to the court, it takes time for it to get to you. And with child support, I think the court system takes a chunk of it. Don't quote me on that. I've never had to deal with child support. and I'm not sure how exactly all of that works, so that's just little bits and pieces that I've heard here and there, but yeah, and it just feeds it more into this. This Knight of Wands just feeds more into this wand energy that we have throughout the rest of the reading. Because this is, seriously, you have a star, so that is the idea, that is a passion that you're trying to move towards. However, almost like the light of your life that you're trying to move towards and trying to feed info or energy into. And then you have this magician who has a wand, who has magical ability, but he doesn't know what he's doing yet. He's still learning. And then you have the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, who is judicial. Even though it's not a court card, it does stand for social rules and religion and pretty much how the doctrines in which we work. And then the Sun, which is another star. It's another star. It's just the closest one. And then you have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So you will be getting what you want, but it's going to take much longer than you thought it would, and then followed up by the Knight of Wands. And it's because things have to, if this is money, whatever it is that you get in is going to have to pretty much go right back out. Like you get $20, well, $5 has to go here, $5 has to go there, $5 has to go someplace else, and then maybe you get to keep another $5. But that's that entire $20 totally spent. So it feels like you didn't even get that. So even if you are getting a settlement, it's looking like you shouldn't, like you're getting something, either a settlement or you're getting something back that was already owed to you, but you had to prove that it was owed to you. And now you're getting it back in pieces. So don't get too excited whenever you find out that that someone agrees that they owe it to you, or that the court has agreed that yes, they owe this to you, but it's going to take them time to pay you back. It's going to take time for everything to get settled to where they pay you back. Or you get this back in pieces, like I said. So be patient with this and don't rely on it too much. Rely on, if this is about money, rely on other sources of income, and just kind of use any settlement or anything. We all know that there's no such thing as extra money. There isn't. There's always some place where it's going to have to go if you look at things hard enough. Even if you have all of your bills paid and you have food on the table and everything is squared up, even if you're ahead of schedule and everything, you may have to, or you may already be looking into how you can invest that and get even more of your money, how you can make more out of the money that you're getting long term. So even though there's a lot of fire energy in this drawing for this week, be patient. Be patient with yourself and everything else, and realize that any good news or any information that sounds like it's too good to be true, it may just be a flash in the pan. It could just be, well, yes, you're getting it back, and this is good news for you, but you're not getting it back in the best way possible. So be patient with yourself, be patient with everyone else. Attempt to not be too quick to anger, and Whatever you do, always work within the court system or work within the system that you're required to. If you're working through something with someone through some system like the court system or through a mediator, do not have any conversation or any information exchange between you and them outside of that mediation situation. Do not do it outside of the court situation, because they will end up using that to screw you out of you getting what you are owed. Never agree to anything outside of those proceedings. Because this magician in reverse Sunday Monday may be someone getting the idea that, well, yes, they are manifesting this payment. They have self-confidence because they're owed this, and there's nothing we can say that they're wrong. They haven't done anything wrong. But if we try and flip it and reverse it on them, then and try and prove that they've had poor planning, they didn't file this, they didn't file that, and put this grain of irritation into the situation to where it may just be to agitate you. And get you to start acting out of character or push you to a limit that they know that you have, so they could try and screw you out of this somehow. But it looks like, regardless of how they act, whenever it comes to Friday, Saturday, you will be moving through this after you get decided in the favor of. And there's paperwork and there's documentation that says that you are owed this. You'll be moving forward, but it'll be a very frustrating week. So be patient with yourself. Don't let anybody push you out of character. I cannot speak, because it may be what they're trying to do. And if you're getting frustrated, step away from the situation for a moment and then come back to the paperwork, start reading it again, take it chunk by chunk, and understand it in bits and pieces, and eventually the full picture will end up making more sense to you. So you have a good week, Ophiuchus, and again, I do dailies, weeklies, monthlies, and random pick of cards, and yes, those and everything else. So if you like this, please like and subscribe, and please come back. You have a very safe and prosperous week, and I will see you next time.